Looks like everything went well.
Yeah, though I felt sad for the Hellion.
I'll be honest, when Edna walked up to scare it off, I wasn't sure what would happen.
Looks like she learned her lesson.
Yes, bad Edna.
Quite a motley crew you and your friends are.
So, does this mean that we've cleared the trial?
Yes, it does. Shepherd, Edna, step forth to give a prayer unto the altar.
Saray, none of his perviness rubbed off on you, did it?
Huh? Can that even happen?
Can it?
Sorry.
How's it feel?
I do feel stronger.
Are you off then?
Yeah. Thanks for everything, Pawan.
There is a cause and a reason behind all things. Grasp it, ponder it, and then proceed. Do not force the answers. Know that the journey of the shepherd begins by understanding the basis for the emotions that swirl around this world.
I will. Thank you.
Finally, legit advice.
Ta-da!
Moron. But still, thanks.
See you later.
Right.
So the last two trials are Whoosh and Kerspelunk.
Meaning wind and water, I take it?
What else would it mean?
Right, of course. Giant strength, huh? I hate to admit it, but Earth Seraphim sure are powerful. Edna?
Ouch! After using giant strength, my body gets all kinds of sore. Can you just try not to touch me?
Oh, sorry.
As you can see, I have a slender build, so by nature, I can't really hold anything heavier than an umbrella. I'm the most ladylike lady that ever ladied, you know.
Well, whatever. But it does make sense that using such great power has a trade-off somewhere.
Just don't tell Saray about it. I don't want him to get all worried about me.
Yeah, that's probably for the best.
And just so we're clear, it doesn't mean that it's okay to touch me whenever I'm not using my powers. Got it?
Yeah, I know.
Is that a monolith?
Stupid is as stupid does, they say.
I knew the undead have infinite HP, but...
Inflicting physical ailment should work.
Today's trivia. When you have a physical ailment, you can't recover your HP.
Hang on, everyone!
I was clearly the star of that battle.
It's easiest to notice the dimmer stars when they shine, they say.
be defeated.
Better look for the kind of counterattack.
Hang on, everyone! Eat this!
Let's do some fortune telling. Please, pick one.
No way, I don't believe in that stuff, is what Rose would say.
Rose is indeed quite down to earth. Hey, ask me! I do believe in that stuff, you know?
Focus, Scott! Ice, return to bullet! Board to
I still got stamina to spare. You guys hanging in there?
We have been ready!
Better
Earth
look
War!
for the kind of
Ripping
piercing
giant!
attack.
Not yet! Let's get him!
We'll need it then.
Eat this! Let's get him! Ripping giant! I think it's time to take a break. What's that?
Pretty rock, I gotta say.
Orpiment, often found at the bottom of volcanic fumaroles.
Well, it sure is a brilliant yellow.
Once it was used as a colorant, but that is all behind us now.
You know all about this.
Of course, I'm an Earth Seraph. I don't bum around.
Edna? You okay?
Orpiment is also known as arsenious sulfide. You would know that if you'd been reared properly.
Oh yeah, that stuff. It's used to make poison, right?
Poison?
Chill out, we don't use it. But it's supposed to be a type of arsenic.
That's incredibly lethal. You should have told us in the first place.
I've been telling you this entire time, you butt.
Arsenic? Really?
Nice!
Really? Really?
Pick something up.
I can sense the ancient tongue. We're near one.
Okay,
Man, that bat looks bossy.
Whatever.
Looks like they shoot distorted sonic waves.
Let's make it quick! May your knowledge down! Not yet!
Think you're tough?
Won't lose! Alright! Well done! Nope! May your knowledge down!
Yeah, we
Well,
did it!
So I guess that means that general guy was exiled? From the army? From his country?
Maybe he lost a war? Just a thought.
Once there had been huge crowds cheering for him, and now...
It makes me wonder, there was no one at all he could turn to?
That's par for the course for humans.
You used to live on this mountain, Edna?
Yeah, it's a nest for man-eating monsters nowadays, though.
You didn't have to say that much.
It's just a fact. Even he doesn't recognize me anymore.
The bridge looks better than ever, but that just means...
Alicia!
Saray, what are you doing here? And the others?
Of course.
Shame you can't see us, though.
Isn't that natural?
Hey!
Rose, wasn't it? You were with the Sparrow Feathers who came to the palace.
Nice to finally meet you in person, Princess Alicia.
Just Alicia will do.
Rose is helping me out big time.
As Squire?
Don't worry, she's doing a great job.
I see. I'm sure it helps that you've grown into your power, but still, Rose must be incredibly special.
That's the nicest thing I've ever heard.
Well, you and Saray are so alike.
That's not the nicest thing I've ever heard.
Very true. My apologies.
Hey, what are you apologizing for?
Saray, I'm glad you three are getting along. but we came here on a mission.
Oh, right. There's something I want to ask you, Alicia.
Shrines of Trials.
Ring a bell?
I'm not sure if it's what you're looking for, but just the other day we received word of a ruin discovered at Lake Haven Heights. It's a military secret, so I don't know the exact location, but the entrance is supposedly extremely well hidden. Lady Maltran has just gone off to investigate.
Maltran?
The discovery came about while apprehending a group of thieves. They turned out to have several famous swords in their possession. The military decided that further investigation might turn up something useful to them.
Something useful for the war?
Yes.
Lady Alicia! The captain is awaiting your report!
Apologies. I'll be right there. Sorry, but I've got a job to do. Please come back to Lady Lake again sometime. I shall pray that you overcome your trials safely.
Thanks. See you again.
Understood. I shall report as such to my superiors.
It's just as you can see. They sent me out to inspect the bridge.
Jerks.
Hey,
It's okay. Lady Maltran is helping me out a great deal, and I can still keep going.
You sure about all this? Rose? I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that.
No, you're probably right. No matter how I protest, I don't think the war can be stopped. I want to just drop everything and run, all the time. But whenever my thoughts drift in that direction, I stop. The strength of a knight exists to protect, and their kindness serves the people. Those are the words I learned from my teacher.
Guess you have your honor too, Alicia.
Oh, not really. I'm just obstinate.
So you're just like Mikleo then?
Is that supposed to be a compliment?
Sure, laugh at my expense.
All right. And with that, I must be off. Be well, everyone.
you too.
Later. Hey, what was it like back when everyone was traveling with Alicia?
We had to put up with a lot less nonsense talk, for one thing.
Huh? I don't get it. Why wasn't Lila speaking? Could someone hand Rose a mirror? Looking for a...
They're way stronger than the ones we saw when we left the village.
This is a manic armor. It is said that they're strongest when the full moon is out.
Then now's our chance. We can take them on.
Who's next? Rampaging Giant! Iron Curtain! Fury! Come forth! Earthborn! Strong as the earth! Behold! Raging Ruin! Earth Revolution! I think it's time to take a breather somewhere.
The entrance to the ruin's supposed to be really well hidden, right?
We better be extra diligent in our search. This is it?
It hasn't been eroded by the waterfall at all. If it wasn't recently made, then that means...
It's using seraphic arts. This ruin must date from the Temperance of Avarost.
Correct. This is Lefay, the Shrine of the Trial of Water. It has been some time since we were visited by a shepherd.
I'm the shepherd Saray.
I'm the Prime Lord, Lila. You must be a servant of the Water Lord, Amanak.
Indeed. I'm Alto, the Protector Seraph who serves Amanak.
I'll get right to the point. What must we do to obtain the spiritual power?
My sword! Where? Where is my sword? Back!
Holy crap!
Swords?
There's something above.
That is Azura.
I've heard of him. A powerful Hellion sustained by rage and able to fight eternally without rest.
Is the trial to quell Azura?
No. To receive the spiritual power, you must find out the reason why Azura became a Hellion to begin with.
We can't just purify him? We have to know the reason?
If you truly are the shepherd, you should know why that is important.
Right.
Psychotherapy, my favorite.
It isn't called a trial for nothing. I wish you luck.
The water trial. Guess it's my time to shine, huh?
You'll be fine. It doesn't technically hurt.
Technically.
What are those things? They look like eyes!
That's because they are eyes. I didn't realize arts like this were still alive.
Dangerous no matter how close you are to it.
So then what do we do?
Why don't you go figure it out?
How's this? Yeah! Burn! It's over! Return to void! Yeah! Sword Blast! The Dazzle Blast! How's this? Fury! We're Absolute! Eat this! Come on, everyone! I'll escape from you! Eat this! Whoa! Rampaging Giant!
Glimmer Dragon!
Rampaging Giant! Iron Current! Scrap! Not yet! Rampaging Giant! Iron Current! House!
Saray, is your sword style self-taught?
Yep.
Your grip, swing, and focus need work. But otherwise, it's okay.
Is that a compliment?
Of course not.
No.
Shall we go?
Your words from this colossal Hellion blocks all water attacks.
But we can win if we attack its other weak points.
Beat the crap out of it.
May our knowledge be from you! Focus your efforts! Dig on! Take this!
victory is ours. Is this the diary of a shepherd?
A swordsmith suddenly visited by a seraph.
More of the shepherd's diary?
Looks like it. Remember, this place was in the Celestial Record.
These traps aren't working. They're all busted.
Serves him right, the creepy eyeball things.
We can rest for a bit.
It'd be a miracle if they had been working. These date all the way back to the Temperance of
Here we go again. In English, that means...
So, The era known as the Temperance of Avarost was when Seraphic civilization reached its peak.
A great many buildings and artifacts from those times were crafted using the power of seraphic arts.
So the era of wiggy magic everywhere, basically. We're talking ages and ages ago?
Yeah, older than even Edna.
Saray.
Yow!
It's thought that the Temperance preceded the era of the gods, but not a great deal is known for certain. Many vital records were lost during the age known as the Dark Period.
But these Shrines of Trials have preserved relics of things that could only have been made by Seraphim. They're precious evidence that the Temperance of Avarost really and truly happened.
Even a bunch of weird-ass eyeballs can be a treasure if you've got the right mindset, huh?
Yeah, you can't fathom the true meaning of legends until you've seen their history with your own eyes, so to speak.
Ha! You look just like Maven when you say that.
Indeed, the face of a hopeless romantic.
A charitable way to say naive simpleton.
a shepherd's diary in a place like this?
Can't be a coincidence.
Ready? May your knowledge spread the darkness! It will end here! We can jump! Sweet dreams! Sweet dreams!
Right on! Shatter the roof! Open the door!
Eat this!
So, how's Saray doing?
He's yet inexperienced, but he's got potential.
You're quite critical of him.
He just doesn't respond to my jokes like you do.
You were just waiting for me to pick you up, weren't you? purify you, but it'll still hurt.
It's over! Ready? Ready now! House freeze! Ready, return to void! Dragon Bang! Sword Bang! Strike them a level! Sword Flare! Not yet!
Your words shall make you vulnerable.
Go! Turn it!
Awake, mother! Lightning Tiger!
Rip the darkness! House freeze! Blade Bang!
Rules everything! Street Slasher!
May your sword ring!
Lightning Tiger Blade! Your words shall make you vulnerable. Sleeping Dragon! Soul Rising!
Blade Bang! Holy Cyclone! Sword ring!
You sure work hard.
No, compared to what Saray goes through, this is nothing.
Time for battle.
I still got stamina to spare. You guys hanging in there?
Poor shepherd.
He's veered into a dangerous headspace.
What did you expect?
Moxie.
I don't know how to describe this one.
Darkened Eye. It's known for its art attacks. It squirts things out from places.
Get away! Break through! Shining morning water! Rain of fire! Scorch down! Pillars of flame! Break on through! Pillars of flame! Rain of fire! Scorch down! Penetrate your flame! Release my spirit! Scorch down! Rain of fire! Right! Pillars of flame! Too close! Too close! Pillars of flame! No escape! Burn! No escape! Pillars of flame, everyone! Burning shock! Burn! No escape! Everyone! Fight! Crimson flame! May it burn your soul! Slow there! Hang on, everyone! Break through! No escape! Penetrate your flame! Let's get him! Pillars of flame! Burn! Burn away! Pillars of flame! Hang on, everyone! I need a hand! Let's get him! Burning shot! Predatory flame! Break through! Scorch down! Predatory flame! Hang on, everyone! Break through! No escape! Rain of fire! Scorch down! Predatory flame!
So, how's Saray doing?
He's yet in his... That was a tough enemy. Let's prepare for our next battle.
Left and right, up and down, throwing us every which way. Whoever built this shrine's a real piece of work.
Such meticulous design. He or she must have labored very diligently.
Correction. You're a real piece of work.
Could the owner of this diary be... Ashura!
Be gone! Echo sound! Dreams! Move out the way! Eat this! Iron not yet! Shatter the roof!
Incredible knife handling. Do you have anything?
I'm not hiding anything, I swear!
Do you think Maltran came here as well? Even if she did, it wouldn't do her any good.
Only the shepherd has what it takes to get anywhere in a place. Hey, you think Azura is really a Hellion?
Yes. I can feel its malevolence and domain.
Why? Do you think it's a fake or something?
Well, I mean, isn't it kind of strange? Why would they let a dangerous Hellion like that roam around freely?
Why would a Protector Seraph just leave it be?
Yeah, they're supposed to be powerful, high-ranked Seraphim, right?
It probably has to do with the trial. Protector Seraphim are given special tasks.
Sounds like a pretty convenient excuse.
Yeah, I can't say that it isn't.
You don't have to put it that way.
You should know too. Seraphim aren't exactly models of virtue.
They're not exactly heroes of justice either.
Well, that's...
Sold! You two sure sound so convincing when you team up.
As long as you got the gist.
Yep, if that's the trial, I'm up for it.